Hello, everyone, and welcome back again to the third session of the chapter Time Value of Money. So, in today's session, we are going to discuss one of the most important topic, which is annuity. So, welcome everyone, and very good afternoon. I'm C. Gaurav Chopra from Jodhpur, Rajasthan, and we are live on ICI classes. So, let's see who all are live with us. Okay, so Pooja Patil is there, Sanjay Kamath, Saurabh Verma, Chaitanya Pradhan, Sonali, Anand, Gunjan, Varun, Kushdeep, Harshita, Ashish, Asha, Arthur, everyone. Very good afternoon. So now the today's topic is very much important because it is based on our practical life situation, and the topic name is annuity. If we take the just practical example, अगर हमने कभी LIC के बारे में सुना है, लाइफ इंश्योरेंस कॉर्पोरेशन, मोस्ट ऑफ अस हैज टेकन द लाइफ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी. हम लोगों ने लाइफ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी को ले रखा है, एंड एवरी ईयर व्हाट वी डू, वी पे अ सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ प्रीमियम. Either we pay or our parents are paying the premium. So every year we are doing the same thing. We are paying the same amount at a certain date for each and every year. So such kind of payment is regarded as annuity. Similarly, if we are talking about loans, like we might have purchased a house, and for that house we are paying EMI, that is every month installment. So we are paying same amount for each and every month. Each and every month we are paying the same amount. Let's say we are paying rupees 20,000 on first of every month. So on 1st January we have paid 20,000. 1st February we are again paying 20,000. On 1st March again we are paying 20,000, and so on. So it is continuing till years, even 5 years, 10 years, or 15 years. So whenever we are paying the same amount with the same time gap, that is regarded as annuity. Okay, so that is regarded as annuity. So let us take some examples. The table 4.1. The table 4.1 is giving some of the figures. Like we are paying at the end of first year, second year, third, fourth, and then fifth year. We are paying for these 5 years. How much? 5,000, 6,000, 4, 5, and then 7,000. So we are paying at equal interval. The interval is same. The gap is same, but amount is not same. But amount is not same. So this cannot be regarded as annuity. तो इसको हम annuity नहीं बोल सकते. Annuity होने के लिए जरूरी क्या है? Amount should be same and time gap should be same. Let's check table number 4.2. 5,000, 5,000 dash 5,000, 5,000. This time gap is same, amount is same, but there is one problem. We have left 1 year. एक साल हमने बीच में छोड़ दिया है. अगर हम कोई भी ईयर को स्किप कर देते हैं, दैट मींस वो एन्युटी ब्रेक हो जाती है. सो दिस कैन नॉट बी रिगार्डेड एज द एन्युटी. Okay, so 4.2 is also not annuity. Okay, so now lot more are live with us now. Sarvaswa is there, Kalyani, Mohammed, Pathan, Diksha, Komal, Sakshi, Itisha, Gareja, Rahul, Gunshita, Divesh, Ritika, Vagdevi, Bibhu Pandey, Malay, Arya Kumari, and so on. So welcome on the board, everyone. So the table number 4.3, again, we can check the gap is same, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Every year we are paying. And this time the amount is also same. The amount is also same. That means this is known as annuity. So this is regarded as annuity. So first of all, we have understood what is the meaning of the term annuity. We can receive the same amount or even we can pay the same amount. For example, we are having a property. हमारे पास एक property है and we have let out that property on rent for rupees 10,000 per month. That means we are receiving every month 10,000 rupees. So this is also an annuity. So annuity can be used for payments as well as for receipts. So it is usable for both. Now, annuity is further divided into two portions. Which one? The first portion is known as annuity regular. First is annuity regular and second one is known as annuity due or annuity immediate. Now, let us understand the term. First is annuity regular, and second one is annuity due or annuity immediate. Now, whenever we are talking about regular, that means the payment or receipt is at the end of the period. Regular is connected with end of the period. That period can be year, that can be half year, quarter, or month. It can be anything. But the period will remain constant. If it is monthly, then regular it will be on monthly basis. If it is year, then it will be continuously on yearly basis. So annuity regular means we are paying or receiving at the end of the period. All right. But whenever we are talking about annuity due or annuity immediate, that means starting from today. हमें आज से start करना है. We are starting from today. So the first payment or receipt is in the beginning of the period. It is in the beginning of the period. All right. So this is the basic difference between the annuity regular and annuity due. Okay. So a lot more are with us now. Anjana says, can you repeat again? Don't worry, Anjana. I have started now only. All right. So we were discussing about annuity due, and second one is annuity regular. So overall, what is the conclusion? If amount is same, if time gap is same, then it can be regarded as annuity. So now comes the concept of future value. So what do we understand by the term future value? Future value means future में कितना पैसा मिलेगा. Let's say if I invest rupees 10,000 today at the rate of 10% per annum for 1 year, then after 1 year, how much I will receive? Of course, after 1 year, I will receive principal as well as interest. So if I add the interest 10%, I will get 11,000. So this 11,000 I will get after 1 year, because if I am investing today 10,000 rupees, I will be receiving 11,000 in future. So this 11,000 is known as the future value. All right. So this is regarded as future value. The future value means whatever amount which we will receive in future, or even we will pay in future, that is known as future value. Okay. Then what is the formula for future value? Of course, it is similar to that of compound interest. So for compound interest, we have done the formula amount is equal to principal, then 1 plus I whole to the power of n. Amount is equal to principal, then 1 plus I to the power of n. This amount is basically the future value. This amount is regarded as the future value because we will receive this amount in future. Then the principal, we can regard it the principal as cash flow. How much we are receiving or how much we are giving or how much we are investing. So this principal can also be written as the cash flow. Cash can be inflow or it can be outflow. All right. Then multiply by 1 plus I whole to the power of n. So this is known as future value. This is known as future value. So let's solve one example based on this future value. We have not yet mixed annuity in this future value, but after this illustration, we will be mixing annuity and future value, both the concepts. All right. So 25 says, if you invest rupees 3,000 in a 2-year investment that pays you 12% per annum. So how much we are investing? 3,000 rupees. What is the tenure? It is 2 years. What is the rate of interest? 12% per annum. Calculate the future value of investment. So we have to find the future value. All right. So let us substitute the values in the formula. Future value is equal to, what is the cash flow? We are investing 3,000 rupees. Rate is 12%. So 1 plus 0.12 whole to the power of time, which is 2. So let's calculate. Now you already know how to calculate the powers. So 1.12 multiply and press equal to. So 3,000 multiplied by 1.2544. So now let's multiply and get the result. So we are getting 3763. So 3,763.2. So this is regarded as future value. So I think all of you have understood till here, because this point was not new. This was basically the compound interest only with new terminology. All right. So whether we say compound interest, amount, or we can say the future value, both are same. Now we are mixing the two things. One is future value and second is annuity. Now, first of all, we are talking about annuity regular. Annuity regular means payment will be made at the end of year, at the end of month. All right. Let's say I have taken a loan today. If I have taken a loan today, so I will pay my first installment at the end of 1 month, second installment at the end of second month, then at the end of third month, and so on. So if I'm taking loan today, I will be paying my installments at the end of the period. If my installments are on yearly basis, then of course I will pay my installment after the end of 1 year, then end of second year, and so on. So this is regarded as annuity regular. Okay, so most of you are saying understand, understood. Okay, perfect. So now let's have the formula. So here is the formula for future value of annuity. Future value of annuity regular. So if we have to calculate the future value for annuity, what is the formula? Future value equals, A is annuity here. A is not amount, A is known as annuity. Then bracket 1 plus I whole to the power of n minus 1 and then whole divided by I. So 1 plus I whole to the power of n minus 1 and then divided by I. At last we will multiply with the annuity. So this formula is for future value of annuity regular. So let us understand this formula with the help of one example. Let's say we have to calculate, example 26 says, find the future value of annuity. So question is saying clearly what we have to calculate. The question is asking to find out the future value of annuity. Of how much? Of rupees 500. We are investing rupees 500. When we are investing annually, every year we are depositing 500 rupees. For how much period? For 7 years. We are investing the money for 7 years. At the rate of, what is the rate of interest? The rate of interest is 14%. We are investing at the rate of 14%, compounding annually. Then just find out the future value. So let us substitute the values. So future value is equal to, in place of A, we have to put annuity, that is 500. Then bracket 1 plus I, what is the rate? 14%. So 1.14 to the power of n minus 1 and then divided by 0.14. In place of n, we can substitute the value 7. It is 7. Now, many of times question will give the value, question will provide the powers. So question is already giving 1.14 to the power of 7. This value is already given. So let's substitute the value. 500, then 2.5023 minus 1, and then divided by 0.14. And now let's calculate. So we are getting 2.5023 minus 1 divided by 0.14 and then multiply by 500. So we are getting 5365.357. This is the future value. So after 7 years, we will be receiving 5,365 rupees. Yes, most of you have given the answers. That's great. Rahul has given, Kalyani Hande has given. So answers is correct. Yes. So I hope you have understood this concept now, how to calculate the future value for annuity regular. Now, example number 27. Rupees 200 is invested at the end of each month. So now this time we are investing 200 rupees. When we are investing at the end of each month. In an account paying interest 6% per year. The rate of interest is 6%. Compounding is done on monthly basis. Now here we have to be careful because compounding is to be done on monthly basis. Then what is the future value of annuity after 10th payment? After 10th payment, that means after 10 months, because we are paying on monthly basis. So now, first of all, since compounding is on monthly basis, so we have to convert the rate. So I will be 6% is for per annum. So for months, we will divide by 12. So it will be 0.5%. Or in terms of decimal, it can be 0.005. 0.005. This is I. All right. So now let us put the values in the formula. Future value equals annuity is 200, then bracket 1 plus I 0.005 to the power of 10, because there are 10 months, so we have to write in months. Since compounding is on monthly basis, the time will also be computed in months. So power will be 10 minus 1 and then divided by I. That is again 0.005. So again, the question is giving the value. Let us substitute 1.0511 minus 1 and then 0.005. So let us have the calculations and get the result. 1.0511 minus 1 and then divided by 0.005. After multiplication, we are getting 2044. So 2044 is nothing but the future value. All right. Okay. So now, in both these examples, what is the common difference? What is the difference basically? The formula was same, but in illustration number 26, the payment was done on yearly basis, whereas in 27, the payment was done on monthly basis. So this is the key difference between the two. All right. So now most of you have given the correct answers. Mr. Varun is saying power 120 hona chahiye. See, agar Varun, if in this question it was 10 years, if the question was giving 10 years, then of course the power will be 120 months. But the question is already giving you in months. The question has already given the time in months. So there is no need of conversion. All right. Saurabh is asking why it is 0.005. See, we have taken the rate 6% per annum. So for monthly, it will be 6 divided by 12. That is 0.5%. And for removing the percentage, we have to divide it by 100. So it will be 0.005. That's why it is 0.005. All right. So we have to just apply the formula, substitute the figure, and get the result. So now let's try some more. Now, what is the difference between annuity regular and annuity immediate? If we are investing on the basis of annuity due or annuity immediate, there will be one change in the formula. Let's discuss. First of all, we will write the formula. Future value is equal to annuity 1 plus I whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by I. This was the formula for annuity regular. Whenever it is immediate, multiply the same formula with 1 plus I. This is just a small change you have to make. Whatever was the formula, it will be same, and at last multiply with 1 plus I. Now, why we are multiplying with this figure? Why we are additionally multiplying 1 plus I? So let's say if we are investing at the end of the year, let's say it is 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. If I'm investing at the end of 19, let's say I'm investing on 31st December of 19. So will I get interest for the whole year 19th or not? Because I am investing on the last day of the year. So of course, I will not get interest for 2019 because I'm investing at the end of the year. But I will get interest for 20, 21, 22 because I am invested in all these years. If I invest in the beginning of the year, let's say I'm investing on 1st January. If I'm investing on 1st January, then will I get interest for 2019? Yes, of course, because I'm invested for the whole year. So I will get interest for 19, 20, 21, as well as 22. That means whenever we are investing in the beginning, we get additional interest. We get additional interest. So that is why we multiply with 1 plus I. So this concept was annuity regular, whereas second one is known as annuity due. Annuity due. All right. Okay, so let's see if there is any doubt. So how to calculate power 10? Yes, I will let you know in further examples. Then Parinita is asking, when should we calculate interest per annum and interest per month? If compounding is done on yearly basis, then rate will be taken per annum. If compounding is done on monthly basis, then we have to take rate as per monthly basis. All right. Arshdeep says if it is in the middle, then of course it will be regarded as 6 months. But in this chapter, we are having only two concepts, either in the beginning or at the ending. Middle wala concept yahan pe available nahi hai in case of annuity. All right, so no need to worry. So how we will differentiate in the question? The question will already say when we are investing from today or investing from end. It will be written in the question. If it is not written, then what we have to assume? If it is not written, then what we have to assume? So our assumption will be regular. We will assume that annuity is done on regular basis. This will be the general assumption. Right? So now, yes, Vishnu is asking, can you please repeat the example once again? Okay, no worry. Let's repeat. So now, in case of annuity due or annuity immediate, we are investing from today. So since we are investing from today, we will get additional interest. So that is why we are multiplying with this additional figure 1 plus I. So let's apply this in example number 28. Now what this example number 28 is saying, Z invest rupees 10,000 every year starting from today. So Z is investing how much? 10,000 rupees. When? Every year. Starting from today. The question is very clear. We are paying from the beginning for next 10 years. So time is also clear, 10 years. Now suppose the interest rate is 8% per annum. So this is the rate of interest and compounding is done on annual basis. So calculate the future value of annuity. So clearly we can see that the question is demanding the future value of annuity. And again, the value is given. The table value is given. If we are not having the value, of course, we can calculate the powers using the calculator. Okay. So let's apply the formula for future value here. So what is the annuity? It is 10,000. Then 1 plus I, the rate is 8%. So 1.08 whole to the power of 10 minus 1 and then again divided by 0.08. This is the formula. And at last, we have to multiply with 1.08 because we are beginning from today. Okay. So now let us apply the values. How much it is given? 2.1589 minus 1 and then again divided by the figure. Now let's calculate. So 2.15892500 minus 1 divided by 0.08. Then we have to multiply by 1.08 and then multiply with 10,000. So the final figure we are getting 1,56,454.875. So this is the final figure we are getting 1,56,454. This is the future value of annuity due or annuity immediate. So in this case, the power was already given, and then we have taken 1.08 additionally. All right. So Diksha has given the answer. Chirag has also given. Zeva has given. Good going, everyone. So this was the basic concept for future value. I hope you have understood till here. So future value simply means the amount which we will be receiving in future. And annuity is the installment system. If we are giving at the end of the period, it will be annuity regular. It will be in, if we are paying in the beginning, then it will be annuity due or annuity immediate. Yes, Varun says got right answer. Thank you very much. Okay. So now, similarly, let's talk about the present value. Present value. So what is the present value? Let's say if I am receiving rupees 11,000 in future. If I am receiving 11,000 in future, let's say I have invested certain money at the rate of 10% per annum, and I will be receiving 11,000 in future. Then how much I have invested? How much money I have invested today? So this money invested today is known as the present value. This is known as present value. If let's say I have invested 10,000 rupees, then this 10,000 is known as the present value. All right. So if I am receiving rupees 100 at the end of 1 year, then what will be its present value? I will have to do the reverse calculation and get the result. So it might be, if I am receiving 100 at the end of the year, then what is the present value? It might be around 91. If I am receiving, let's say 1,000 rupees at the end of 1 year, what is the present value? It can be around 900 rupees. I'm just assuming the figure. I'm not calculating right now. But after this, we will learn the formula and then calculate the present value. So present value simply means what we are investing today. So we have to calculate the present value from the figures given, that is from the future value. All right. So now one of the basic formula to calculate the present value is very simple. It is P equals AN divided by 1 plus I. So how this formula is derived, how this formula is derived? We have, in case of compound interest, we had written the formula amount is equal to principal 1 plus I whole to the power of n. This was the formula in case of compound interest system. This AN is the future value, and the principal which we are investing today, this is basically the present value. So we have to calculate basically the principal only. So this is regarded as present value. So if we have to calculate this present value, then what we will be doing, we will send 1 plus I whole to the power of n on other side. We will send this figure on the other side and calculate the result. So let's do this. So present value is equal to AN, that is the amount, then 1 plus I whole to the power of n. This is the formula for present value. So just we have used the same formula. Just we use the same formula. All right. So let's try this with example number 29. 29 says, what is the present value of rupee 1 to be received after 2 years? We will be receiving after 2 years, compounded annually at the rate of 10%. So let's apply. Present value is equal to, what is the amount? It is rupee 1 divided by 1 plus rate. What is the rate? It will be 0.1 and then whole to the power of 2. Whole to the power of 2. All right. So let's do the calculation. 1 divided by 1.1 and then power 2. How much we are getting? 0.8264. If we do the round off, we are getting 0.83. We are getting 0.83. All right. So in this manner, we will be calculating the present value. So most of you have given the answers. Ashpia has given, Kalyani, Harnoor, Manjunath, and Zeba. Okay. So now, similarly, we are trying The next example, that is example number 30. Find the present value. So again, we have to compute the present value of 10,000 to be required after 5 years. If the interest rate is 9%, and again, some figures are given. So let's do this. So apply the formula. Present value is equal to, amount is 10,000 divided by 1 plus 0.09 whole to the power of 5. So 10,000 upon 1.5386. Let's check the result, what we are getting. So we are getting 6499.4, or almost we can say 6,500 rupees. 6,500 or 6499. So this 6499 is the present value because we are receiving 10,000 at the end of 5 years. So the value of 10,000 today is nothing but 6,500. All right. This was example number 30. So now, if all these values are not given, then of course we can calculate on our calculator as well. Now let us understand the concept of present value annuity regular. The question we just did was the present value, but not with annuity. Example number 30 was based on the present value, but we were receiving only single amount. This was not annuity. Question 30 में annuity नहीं था because हम एक single payment receive कर रहे थे. But अगर हमें annuity apply करना है, then how we will do? Let us do this with the next example. So let's check. Yes, most of you have given the answers. That's great. Varun says, after studying from you, these questions are appearing like a piece of cake. That's interesting. Yes, we will be doing the calculator tricks. Then Tarushi Agarwal has given the answers. Sakshi, Varun, Priyanshu, Vagdevi, Rahul, Ashfya, Diksha, Arshita, Zeba, Lisa, Kalyani, Ashdeep, Faizan, Lakshita, Asha Babu, Devesh, Shubham, and so on. Great. Good going, everyone. So now what we have to do, this time we are talking about annuity. We are talking about present value of annuity regular. So let's say this is year end. At the end of first year, we are getting 1,000 rupees. At the end of second year, again 1,000. Third year also 1,000. Fourth year, and then fifth year. So we are receiving 1,000 rupees at the end of every year. Now we have to calculate the present value. So here we have to be a bit careful. For the first year, the power will be only 1. Because whatever we are receiving at the end of 1 year, that we have to bring to the present, that is a future value. If I am receiving 1,000 rupees now, after 1 year, then what is the value today? It will be simply 909. So we have to use the year 1, power 1. So let us apply 1,000 divided by 1.1 whole to the power of 1. Then for second one, 1,000 divided by 1.1 to the power of 2. Then 1,000 divided by 1.1 to the power of 3, and so on. For fourth year, the power will be 4 and then power 5. So for each and every year, we will be applying the same formula. Arshdeep says, will you provide us the Telegram group? Yes, I can provide you, or you can simply search on Google as well, see Gaurav Chopra, all right, or YouTube as well. So here, the gift amount we are receiving at the end, that is 1,000. So we have to apply this concept for each and every year and then get the result. So we will multiply the 1,000 with this figure and get the result. So finally, the total is 3790.86. 3790.86. Now, there might be one question in your mind that if in this question appears in exam, that we are receiving 1,000 rupees every year as a gift for the 5 years, and we have to calculate the present value. So if we have to prepare this table, then it will be taking a lot of time. It is very time consuming. Then how to shorten this? How to shorten this? So let's do the shortcut. So we are receiving the same amount every time, every year. Now I'm showing you the trick here. The rate given is 10%. So just type on your calculator 1 divided by 1.1, 1 divided by 1.1, and then press equal to for 5 times because it is 5 years. So we have to press equal to 5 times. Done. Then press GT. GT button will be there on your calculator. This is known as gross total. Gross total. Now, whatever is the result, multiply that with 1,000. And the answer will appear on your screen. 3790.86. Okay, I repeat here. What is the first step? 1 divided by 1.1. Then press equal to for 5 times. Then press GT button. GT button. And then multiply by 1,000. The answer will appear on your screen. So all those who have got the answer can comment here so that I can check who all have received the correct answer. So this GT button is very important. Some of you might not be having this GT button on your calculator, but it is useful. So if possible, you can buy that calculator which is having GT on the top. Okay, so Manjunath says no GT on calculator. You all can check whether GT is available or not. So if GT is available, this question can be done in seconds. Okay. Yes. So Himanshu has got the answer. Kushdeep, Rahul, Bhargavi, Gunjan, Navneet, Abhinav. Parinita says, I got the answer. Your tricks are awesome. That's great. Good going. Singh Rajiv Kumar. GT button is not there. Then what to do? Yes, Rajiv, I will share the trick as well. Anjana says it's amazing. Sivasri has received the answer. Isha Pandit has got the answer. Pendiala Sagar has also got the answer. Then Bhavna. Varun is asking, is GT calculator allowed in exam? Yes, GT is allowed. Then Devesh has received the answer. Lisa Jain has got the answer. Shruti, Priyanshu, Kalyani. Great. Kushdeep is asking, can we use that type of calculator in exam or simple one? See, there are two kinds of calculator. One is the scientific one that is for engineers. So we don't require scientific calculator because scientific is having logarithm, trigonometry, but we don't require that. That is not allowed. We require the basic calculator having 10 to 12 digits, and then the basic functionalities should be there. Okay. GT means go to know. Priyanka is asking, does GT and GoTo both are same? No, both are different. So GT is the gross total. GT means the gross total. So those who are not having the GT button, what they have to do? So let me explain that also. So for those who are not having GT button, so you have to do 1 divided by 1.1, press equal to, and after that press M plus. Again press equal to M plus. Third equal to M plus. Fourth equal to M plus. Fifth equal to N plus, press M plus. So after doing this for the 5 times, now press MRC button. Now press MRC button and then multiply with 1000. Now you will again get the answer. Okay. I think you might have got the answer. Asha says, sir, I am also from Jodhpur. That's great. Abhinav is asking, sorry, option, check option wala calculator allowed hai? Yes, you can check. Most of the calculator is giving the option of checking. No worry. So we have done this trick for the present value of annuity regular. Priyanka Jha says now, wow, sir, it's awesome. That's great. Gunjan is asking why we have taken 1.1. See, the rate is 10%, and what we have to do, divide it by 1 plus I. If the rate is 10%, so it becomes 1.1. So that's why it is 1.1. Rate is 10%. Let's say if the rate is 12%, then we will be dividing by 1.12. If rate is 8%, then we have to divide 1 by 1.08. So accordingly, we can apply. All right. Okay. Zeva got the answer. Sneha got the answer. Abhinav also. Perfect. So let's move further. So we are having many questions and many variety today. So let's move further fast. Now comes a case-based question. Example 31 says, S borrows rupees 5 lakh to buy a house. Now here we have to understand the thing. The question will not clearly mention about the present value or future value. We have to use our understanding. All right. So understand it carefully. S borrows rupees 5 lakh. So we have borrowed this sum to buy the house. If he pays equal installment for 20 years, how much is he paying? Equal installment. And the rate of interest is 10% on the outstanding balance. So it is already the normal concept. Then what will be the equal annual installment? So we have to calculate the installment figure, the installment amount. All right. So first of all, what is this 5 lakh? This 5 lakh is the future value or present value? This we have to understand. Okay. So let us think, if I am taking the loan today for buying the house, that means I am receiving 5 lakh today. So this today value is known as the present value. So from this, always you will get the hint. So whenever we are borrowing or we are taking the loan, that means the present value is given to you. So this 5 lakh rupees is the present value. This is the present value. Then time is given 20 years. Rate of interest is given 10%, and we are paying annual installment. Installment is on annual basis. So again, if we check the formula is present value is equal to A. This A is annuity divided by 1 plus I to the power of n. So what we have to find out the annuity, the every year installment which we have to pay. That means we have to calculate this annuity figure. We are supposed to calculate this annuity. So for calculating this annuity, what needs to be done? Okay, let us understand. We can write this other way around. Present value is equal to annuity we have to find and then multiply by 1 divided by 1 plus I to the power of n. So if you substitute the value for present value, it is 5 lakh. We can write 5 lakh here. Then annuity multiply by 1 divided by 1 plus rate. What is the rate? 10%. So 1.1. And what is the time? 20. The time is 20. So now let's calculate the figure. We have to calculate the figure as per the trick which we have discussed right now. So 1 divided by 1.1 and then press equal to for 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then press GT button again. GT. After pressing GT, we are getting 8.51356. Okay, so 5 lakh is equal to A multiplied by 8.5. So for getting this annuity, simply what we have to do, the division. So 5 lakh divided by 8.51356. So let's divide. So 5 lakh divided by this figure, and then we are getting the answer as 58,729.8. This is the correct answer. Now you can check. Anjana says your way of teaching is next level. Thank you, Anjana. Zeva says your tricks are amazing. Asha Babu says you are awesome for mathematics. Saima is asking, is it compulsory to write an exam with black pen? Yes. Black pen is the only solution which we have to do in exam. Then yes, most of you have given the answers. That's great. Zeva has given, but Zeva, you have not got the perfect result. You can check your result once again. Harshit has got the answer. Sanjay has got. Then Kushdeep, Chirag, Rahul, Lakshita, Faizan, and Devesh. So all of them has got the answer. So I think it is clear now how to calculate all these things. All right. So you can do all this calculation on your calculator without writing a single letter on the paper. The complete question can be done on the calculator. So first of all, you had calculated the power 1 divided by 1.1, then power 20. Press the GT button, save that into memory, then 5 lakh divided by that value, and then get the result. Adesh is asking syllabus कब तक खत्म होगा revision के लिए? Do not worry, always do the revision side by side. Don't wait for the complete course to finish. All right. The main time to do the revision is always side by side. Always every week you have to choose one day for your revision. Yes, so everyone has got the answer. Vishnu is saying you teach very awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. Arya Kumari says these type of calculative figure we find in few seconds. That's great. Okay. So now let us move towards the next example. 32nd. Rupees 5,000 is paid every year for 10 years to pay off a loan. So 5,000 is paid every year. Is paid every year. For how many years? 10 years to pay off the loan. That means we had taken a loan and now we are paying the installments. So what is the EMI? That installment is of 5,000. What is the loan amount if interest rate be 14%? So this time we have to calculate the loan amount, that how much loan we had taken. If the rate of interest is 14% per annum, compounded annually. So question is not using the word future value or present value. Here we have to only understand the situation. So what I had told you now, whenever the loan is given, then loan means the present value. So you have to use the formula for present value. Then every time we are paying 5,000, this is the installment, this is the annuity. So annuity is given 5,000. Then rate is given 14% per annum, and then time is given 10 years. 10 years. So now we have to calculate the loan amount, that is the present value. So let us apply the formula. Present value equal to 5,000 divided by 1.14 and then to the power of 10. So what simply we have to do? First of all, keep the 5,000 separate. Do this calculation, 1.14 to the power of 10. Let's do this. 1.14, sorry, 1 divided by 1.14 equal to 10 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then press the GT button, multiply by 5,000. And yes, here is the answer. That is 26,080.57. Yes. 26,080.57. So this is the final answer which we are getting. All right. So I think now you can gain the confidence in this chapter, because we had done each and everything, simple interest, compound interest, and now this was the annuity. So now you might be gaining the confidence how to read the question, because reading the question is also an art. Reading question is completely an art. If you don't read the question carefully, you will not be able to solve the question. So question will tell you what is the requirement and what are the things which is given in the question. All right. So now, yes, most of you have given the answers. That's great. Zeba says, without GT, how to calculate the previous question? See, whenever if you are not having GT, after equal to, press M plus button. Okay. Whenever you press equal to, then press M plus, then equal to, then press M plus. And at last, press MRC, that is memory recall button. Okay. So that is the alternative for GT. So Parinita is asking, can you please give the hint for these type of words which come in question? See, the main hint is simply loan, or if you have invested the money, then of course we will be talking about the future value, how much we will be receiving at the end of the year. So these are the two main variety, and all other terms we will be discussing in the questions. Okay. So let's read this question, and I think this you can do by yourself in your homework. Why bought TV costing rupees 13,000 by making a down payment of 3,000? So इस बार आपने क्या किया है, टीवी परचेज किया है, एंड टीवी का प्राइस क्या है 13,000. The price for your television is 13, and out of this 13,000 you have paid 3,000 as down payment, and 10,000 and they're agreeing to make equal payment for the remaining amount. So what is the remaining amount? 10,000. So we have taken basically a loan of 10,000, and this 10,000 will be the present value. So 13 is not the present value this time. 10,000 will be the present value. Why so? Because 3,000 we had already paid. So this 3,000 is not the loan. So whatever is the loan amount, that is the present value. Then time is given. How much is the time? It is 4 years. What is the rate? 14%. All right. Then let's calculate. So now I think you can calculate it by yourself so that we can proceed further. And we have to cover many things today. So now 33, you can do your homework now. 34, if it is annuity due or annuity immediate, what additional step we have to do? What is the additional step we have to do? So there is one simple addition step. Let's see. 34 says, suppose your mom decides to gift you rupees 10,000 every year, starting from today for the next 5 years. You deposit this amount in the bank as and when you receive. If I'm receiving today, then I'm investing today only. And get 10% per annum interest rate. So this is the rate of interest. Compounding annually. What is the present value of its annuity? So we have to again find the present value. So clearly the question was giving one word, that is starting from today. This word is most important because today means you have to do something extra. Something extra is required to be done. So how much we are receiving? 10,000 as the gift. When we are receiving on our birthday, for how many years? For the next 5 years, and beginning from today. So if like today is your birthday, then you are receiving 10,000 today. My birthday was yesterday, that was 29th July. But yes, this question is about today. So if my birthday is today, then I will be receiving from today this 10,000 rupees. So now what will be the extra care to be taken here? And the rate given is 10% per annum. And we have to find the present value. So let's see what we will do first. The 10,000 which we are receiving today. So can you guess what will be the present value of this 10,000 which we are receiving today? So since we are receiving today only, the present value will be same. So there is no need of doing calculations. There is no need of doing the calculations because we are receiving today only. So its present value will be same, 10,000. This is the first figure. Second time we will be receiving in next year, that is after 1 year. So this present value we have to calculate. For third also we have to compute, fourth we have to compute, and for 5 also we have to calculate. For 5 also we have to calculate. That means we have to calculate present value for these 4 figures and not the first figure, because the first one is already same. First is already the same. Okay. So let us calculate for this 4 years first. For these 4 years. So 1 divided by 1.1 equal to 4 times. Then press GT and then multiply by 10,000. So for this 4 years, I am getting 31,698.65. And for the first year, it was 10,000. So overall, what is the total? 41,698.65. 41,698.65. So this is the final result. So now all of you can check whether you are getting the answer or not. Okay, Kushdeep is saying happy belated birthday, sir. Thank you so much. Vaibhav is also wishing. Durgesh, Pranjal, Priyanka, Lakshmi. Thank you so much, everyone, for your wishes. So Harshita has given the answer. Right. So I think all of you have got the answer. So whenever it is starting from today, the first year it will be same, and for the next years we have to calculate. And even you can do one thing as well. One more thing. First, you can calculate 1 divided by 1.1, press equal to for the 4 times, then press GT, and for the first year, you can add 1. For the first year, you can add 1 and press equal to. Now, whatever result you are getting, multiply it with 10,000. The answer will be again same, 41,698.65. I repeat once again, what we have to do. First of all, 1 divided by 1.1, press equal to for 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then press the GT button. Then add 1. Add 1 for the first payment which we are receiving from today. Okay. Then whatever result you are getting, multiply it with the figure that is 10,000. And your answer will be same, 41,698.65. Okay, so many more wishes are coming. Sayam, Bhavna, Devesh, Asha Babu, Sivasri, Faizan, Lisa, Tejasri, Kalyani. Thank you so much. So Lakshmi is asking why we have taken 4 years and not 5 years. See, we have taken all the 5 years, but our way was different. So here we have taken the 4 years here and then 1 year separately. So all these become the 5 years. So in total, we have taken 5 years only. Okay. So I have shared you the trick with both the ways. You can do any of the thing. So 1 divided by 1.1, press equal to 4 times, then GT plus 1, and at last multiply by 10,000. You will get the result. Okay. So let's take a 5 minutes break here, and then we will be continuing with the annuity. So break of 5 minutes. Okay, so we are live again. So let's now continue. So many of you have again given the good wishes. So thank you so much. And Kushdeep Kaur says, please come once in Chandigarh. We will celebrate your birthday. Sure, we will come. Thank you so much for the invitation. And today, basically, I'm not in Jodhpur today. I'm in on basically near Udaipur, traveling with many of the students with a group for the vacation, and I'm taking your classes live from here. Okay, so let's continue. Then Priyanka Jha is asking, I didn't got the answer by M plus method. See, whenever we are using M plus, that is memory method, then we must check that earlier memory should be erased. Earlier memory should be erased. Then only you can get the answer. Otherwise, you will not be able to get the answer. All right. Diksha is asking how to remember all these formula at one shot. See, whenever we are talking about remembrance, it needs a bit of practice. So that's why I asked you to do the revision on weekly basis and not wait for the end of the course. So if we try to do revision every week, like one chapter and then other chapter, then third chapter and then next chapter. So in this manner, you will be always able to recall each and everything, and always try to take your own test. Give yourself some 5 to 10 random questions from any of the place, any of the book, and then you can try. So if you're able to solve the question, that means you are remembering everything. If you are not able to half of the question, then do the revision accordingly. Okay, so always try to take your self test, do the self evaluation. So now we will be moving towards the next point, that is sinking fund. So what is basically sinking fund? So let us read this. It is the fund credited for a specific purpose by way of sequence of periodic payment over a time period at a specified interest rate. For example, your parents are making a sinking fund. Like whenever we are talking about investing, so our parents always invest in a certain pattern. They invest for your higher studies. They invest for your marriage. They invest for different types of things. For example, if they are having in mind that after 5 to 7 years or 10 years, you will be getting married. So for your marriage, you might be requiring some money. Let's say you will require 25 lakh rupees for the marriage. So now your parents already know 25 lakh rupees will be required. So every time, every month or every year, they are accumulating some amount. They are accumulating some amount so that after 10 years or after a certain period, they can receive this amount. They can receive this 25 lakhs. Okay. So now let's do this reverse calculation. So if your parents wants 25 lakh at the end of 10 years, then how much they should invest now from every year? Every year उनको कितना invest करना है कि 10 साल बाद after 10 years they receive 25 lakh. So this kind of situation is known as basically sinking fund. Okay, understood? So similar kind of situation is given in example number 35. How much is required to be invested every year so as to accumulate 3 lakh at the end of 10 years? So how much we want? We want 3 lakh rupees. When we require at the end of 10 years. At the end of 10 years we require. If the interest rate is 10% and compounding is done annually, then we have to find how much we invest now. How much we invest now. So first of all, you can try, and then I will discuss how you have to solve. So since we have to receive 3 lakh at the end of 10 years, so simply we can say that this 3 lakh is nothing but the future value. We will receive this sum at the end of 10 years. So it is future value. Then what is the time? Time is 10 years. What is rate? Rate is 10%. All these are given. So let us apply the formula for future value. Let us apply future value is equal to annuity 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 and then divided by I. So what is the future value? It is 3 lakh. Annuity we have to find out. Then 1.1 to the power of 10 minus 1 and then divided by 0.1. So let's do the calculation. 1.1 to the power of 10 we can calculate, multiply and then press equal to for 9 times. Then minus 1 divided by 0.1 and then we have to calculate 3 lakh divided by the total and get the result. 18,823.6. This is the amount, that is the annuity we are getting. So if we invest every year 18,823.6, we will be getting 3 lakh at the end of 10 years. Ashpia says, can we say this as fixed deposit? No, this is not a fixed deposit. In fixed deposit, we invest only once, only one time investment. Whereas in sinking fund, we invest in every period, like every year we are investing. Parinita is asking, how do we differentiate between the present value and future value? So it is clearly always visible in the question. Just you have to read more number of questions, more variety, and you will get to know. Like in this question, it was given, we want to receive 3 lakh at the end of 10 years. So we will receive this 3 lakh in future. So this is future value. And whenever it is loan, it is the present value. All right. So we can do this calculation completely on the calculator. And yes, most of you have given the answers. That's great. So this complete calculation you can do on your calculator. How? I will tell you once again. So for applying this formula, future value formula, first of all, what we have to do? 1.1 multiply and then press equal to for 9 times. Because power 10 is there, so we have to press equal to for 9 times. After that, minus 1, then divided by 0.1, and whatever result you are getting, save that into memory, that is m plus. The next step is type 3 lakh divided by MRC, press equal to, and answer will be there on the screen. Answer will be there on screen. Okay. So I will repeat once again. What you have to do, you will go with me now. 1.1, then press multiply and then equal to for 9 times. After doing equal to 9 times, you have to subtract 1, then divide it by 0.1. Then whatever result you are getting, press M plus, then 3 lakh divided by MRC and press equal to, you will get the result. Okay. Yes. So now most of you have given the answers. So whenever we have to calculate the power, there is simple thing like 1.1. If power is 10, then press multiply and equal to for 9 times. If power is 15, then multiply and press equal to for 14 times. Okay, always one less, because as soon as we press multiply equal to, it becomes square. The first equal to will give you a square, and the 14th equal to will give power 15. Your 9th equal to will give you power 10. Okay. So this was example number 35. So now let's move forward towards the application of these concepts. Now, where all these concepts are applied. First of all, let's see the leasing. Leasing means the financial arrangement where there are two parties. One is the lessor who owns the asset, and other one is the lessee who uses the asset, who is the user of the asset. So these are the two persons. One is lessor and second one is lessee. And they will be using the asset. So lessor will give the asset for some consideration. Lessor gives the asset to lessee for some consideration. That is he will charge something. So let's try to do this question. Example number 36. ABC Limited wants to lease out an asset costing rupees 3,60,000. So there is a company who want to lease his asset. The cost of the asset is 3,60,000 and they want to lease for 5 years. It has a fixed rental of 1,05,000 rupees per annum. This is the rent. This rent is payable annually starting from the end of the first year. So it is annuity regular. It is year end. Suppose the rate of interest is 14%, rate is available per annum compounded annually, on which money can be invested by the company. So this is the rate on which company can invest. Is this agreement favorable to company or not? So whenever such kind of comparative questions are there, then we have to again use our concept of present value. So let us understand. The company want to ask us whether we purchase the asset and give it on lease or not. So if company purchase the asset, then the company will have to pay rupees how much? 3,60,000. Okay. Then the company will give it on lease. How much? The lease rent is 1,05,000. So the company will receive 1,05,000 for how many years? For 5 years. Now, if we take a look at one shot, how much we are receiving in 5 years? So 1,05,000 multiplied by 5, we are receiving in total of 5,25,000. So is it favorable or not? So we cannot compare these two figures now. We cannot compare these two figures here. Why so? Because this 3,60,000 is basically the present value, whereas 5,25,000 we are receiving in parts. That is at the end of first year, second year, third year, and so on. So all these figures we are receiving in parts, whereas 3,60,000 is the one shot. So for making them comparative, we have to calculate the present value of this lease. We have to compute the present value. So for calculating its present value, what is the annuity amount? We are having 1,05,000 rupees. This is the annuity amount. Then time period is 5 years. What is the rate of interest? The question is giving to us. It is 14%. And now we have to calculate the present value. So let us calculate the present value. 1,05,000, then 1 divided by 1 plus rate to the power of time. Now let's check how much we are getting. 1.14, 1 divided by 1.14, press equal to for 5 times, then GT button, and multiply, and then divide it with, multiply it with 1,05,000. So we are getting 3,60,473.5. So the present value of the lease rental is 3,60,000. Now we can check whether it is favorable to us or not. The present value, if we purchase, is 3,60,000. And how much rent we are receiving? 3,60,473. So if we are receiving more than or equal to the purchase value, then it is beneficial. So of course, company can opt this, and this will be favorable to the company. So most of you have given the answer 3,60,473. This is perfect. All right. '38 question is again similar. 37 and 38 you can try. Then let us try 39. A machine with a useful life of 7 years. The life of the machine is 7 years. Costing is rupees 10,000. While there is another machine with useful life of 5 years and costing is 8,000. First machine costs 10,000, but life is 7 years. Second costs 8,000, but life is only 5 years. The first machine saves the labor expenses. The first will give us extra benefit of labor expenses, and it will be saving 1,900 rupees annually. Whereas the second one will save 2,200 rupees for the labor. Now determine the preferred course of action. So which machine should we take? So now again we have to do the comparison and check which one is beneficial. The first one will cost 10,000, whereas second one will cost 8,000. Then life 7 years and life 5 years. Then savings of 1,900, and then here it is savings of 2,200. Now with these figures we have to compare and get the result. So this 1,900 which we are saving, this saving is on annual basis because every year we will be saving this 1,900. And 2,200 in second machine also, this is for complete 5 years, and every year we will be saving this 2,200. So just we have to do the comparison and get the result. So let us calculate the present value of saving. So present value mein, let us do the calculation. Annuity is 1,900, then 1 divided by 1.1, and then to the power of 7. So 1.1 divided by 1.1 equal to 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Press GT, multiply by 1,900. So we are getting 9,250. 9,250 is the savings in machine 1. For machine 1. Similarly, we are calculating present value for machine 2, 2,200 multiplied by 1 divided by 1.1 to the power of 5. So now again let's check. 1 divide 1.1 equal to for 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press GT and then multiply by 2,200. So this time we are having a savings of 8,339.7. This is the savings. Now we have to compare which savings is better. No, only savings will not give you the perfect result. We don't have to compare the savings. We have to compare them with their cost as well. The cost of the first machine was 10,000. And the saving which it is giving is 9,250. So what is the net cost? The net cost is 750. Whereas second machine is costing 8,000 and it is giving benefit of 8339.7. So overall, there is a net profit of 339.7. So in the first one, there was a loss, and in second one, there is a profit. So second machine is more profitable. Second one is more profitable. All right. So simply, we have to do this comparison and get the result. Now let's enter the next topic. Next topic is basically connected with this one only. Next topic is simply connected here. It says an investor intends purchasing a 3-year rupees 1000 par value bond having the nominal interest rate of 10%. Now, what is the bond? Whenever we are talking about bond means it is an investment in security. We are having some investment in security. So whatever we are investing, it is having the par value, or we can say similar to principal. Then what we get back in return, the company gives us interest every year. The company gives us interest every year. And at the end of tenure, we will be receiving the principal as well. So similar to fixed deposit, we can say, because in fixed deposit also what happens, we deposit once, every year we get the interest, and at the end of the tenure, we get our principal back. All right, so it can be similar to that, but here we will be receiving the interest every year. We will not accumulate. So in compound interest, simple interest, we accumulate, we add on the interest every year. But here we will be receiving the interest every year. So an investor intends purchasing a 3-year rupees 1000 par value bond. So this is the par value having the nominal interest rate. So there is an interest rate of 10%. What price the bond may be purchased? At what price the bond may be purchased now if it is matures at par and investor requires a rate of return of 14%? So here is one situation कि अगर मैंने बॉन्ड में इन्वेस्ट किया है तो मेरी एक कंडीशन है. क्या कंडीशन है? कि मुझे रिटर्न चाहिएगा ज्यादा. कितना रिटर्न चाहिए? 14% रिटर्न मुझे चाहिए. अब अगर हम एक पल के लिए सोचते हैं थोड़ा सा, इफ वी थिंक अ बिट, कि लाइक अगर हम 1000 रुपीज उसकी पार वैल्यू है, दिस इज द पार वैल्यू, इंटरेस्ट द कंपनी इज पेइंग 10%, बट आई रिक्वायर द रिटर्न ऑफ 14%. मुझे 14% का रिटर्न चाहिए, इंटरेस्ट से भी ज्यादा. क्या ये पॉसिबल है? यस, इट इज पॉसिबल. लेकिन वो पॉसिबल कब है? जब हम 1000 का बॉन्ड 1000 से कम रेट में परचेज कर ले. लेट्स से अगर मैंने इसको 950 में परचेज कर लिया तो 50 का गेन मुझे यहां से हो गया, एंड रिमेनिंग 10% इज द इंटरेस्ट. तो ओवरऑल रिटर्न मेरा 14% होना चाहिए. ओवरऑल रिटर्न विच आर रिक्वायर्ड शुड बी 14%. सो at what price should I purchase the bond? At what price should I purchase the bond so that I get a return of 14%? Okay, this is the complete question. So let us arrange this. Year. In year 1, what will happen? We will receive a cash flow of how much? So let us calculate the interest. 1000 is the par value. Rate of interest is 10%. So 10% of 1000 will be rupees 100. So we will be receiving rupees 100 every year, in first year, in second year, as well as in third year. And also in third year, we will be receiving rupees 1000. This is the par value. So now we can apply the present value system on this. So for present value, what we do? The rate is 10%. So 1 divided by 1.1. Here it will be equal to only one time for the first year. So 0.9090. For second year, power 2, 8264. For third year, power 3, and 1000 is also for the third year. Now we can multiply them and get the result. We will get the present value 90.9, 82.64, 75.13, and 751.3. We can add them and get the result. Okay, so you have to be careful. This is not the fourth year, this is the third year only, because we will receive the par value back in the end of the year. So if we add all them, we are getting 907.125. 907.125. All right. So this is the purchase price. If we purchase at this rate, we will be getting the return of 14%. Okay. So let me explain once again the complete concept. So here we are investing in bond. हम बॉन्ड के अंदर इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. बॉन्ड में एक सर्टेन पार वैल्यू है और उस पर रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. बट हम बॉन्ड को कितने में परचेज करें ताकि हमें रिटर्न मिल सके 14%. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हमने इसको डिवाइड किया एज पर टेबल. इन फर्स्ट ईयर वी विल बी गेटिंग इंटरेस्ट ऑफ 100 रुपीज, सेकेंड ईयर 100, थर्ड ईयर ऑल्सो 100. Every time we are getting 100 rupees. Third year we are also getting the par value. Then we are using our formula 1 divided by 1 plus rate. So 1 divided by 1 plus rate हमने किया. So since it is first year, so we have taken the power 1. For second year we have taken power 2. For third year we have taken power 3, and this is also third year we have taken power 3. And then we have multiplied them. 100 multiplied by 0.90, 100 multiplied by 0.8264, then 100 multiplied by 0.7513, and again 1000 multiplied by 0.75. And after doing all these calculations, we are getting 907 as the final answer. Okay. So I've repeated this everything, complete question again. Now, the next point which we are doing is perpetuity. Now, what is the perpetuity? Perpetuity is the kind of annuity basically in which the periodic payments or receipt begin on a fixed date and continue indefinitely, or we can say perpetually. Now, understand this with the example. For example, a insurance guy come to you which is having many insurance plan or retirement plan. बहुत सी बार ऐसे व्यक्ति आपके पास में आते हैं जिनको क्या करना है, आप कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान वो आपको सेल करते हैं या सेल करना चाहते हैं, और आपसे उन्होंने बोला आपको आज क्या करना है, 1 करोड़ रुपीस इन्वेस्ट करना है. उन्होंने आपको बोला कि आज आप हमें 1 करोड़ रुपए दे दो. तो हम आपको क्या करेंगे, वापस उसके बदले एवरी मंथ 1 लाख रुपीस देंगे. तो आपको आज क्या करना है, 1 करोड़ रुपीस देना है, और उसके बाद पर मंथ यू विल बी गेटिंग 1 लाख 1 लाख 1 लाख. कब तक? indefinitely, infinite. This kind of system is known as perpetuity. This is known as perpetuity. So one thing will be missing in the question, whether you need to calculate this amount crore of rupees or how much you will receive in annuity. So one figure will be missing. Most of the cases in perpetuity, this figure will be missing. So you are supposed to calculate this figure. So let's say if you want to receive 1 lakh rupees annually, if you want to receive 1 lakh rupees annually for infinite period, rate is 10%. Rate is 10%. Okay. Then what you have to do? how much you should invest now. How much you should invest now, this we have to calculate. So there is one simple formula. This formula is perpetuity is equal to receipt divided by I, that is rate of interest. Receipt divided by the rate of interest. So how much we want to receive? We want to receive 1 lakh annually divided by the annual rate, that is 10%. So how much it become? 10 lakhs. It became 10 lakhs. So if you want to receive a pension of rupees 1 lakh annually, then how much you need to invest now? You need to invest 1 lakh divided by 10%, that is 10 lakh rupees. That's it. It's very easy. Let us do one example from here also. 41. Ramesh wants to retire and receive rupees 3,000 a month. 3,000, and he want to pass this monthly payment to the future generations. That means this amount should be received indefinitely up to the future generation after his death. And he can earn the interest rate of 8% compounded annually. So how much he need to set aside to achieve his perpetuity goal? So now again the formula is same. For perpetuity, it is return divided by rate. If the return is month, also be for monthly basis. 8% is the rate per annum. For monthly, you need to take 8 by 12%. Just take 8 by 12%, and you will get the result. So after doing this, how much you are getting? 0.00667. You are getting 4,49,775. This is the perpetuity. All right. The other way can be, you can convert it into yearly basis. Like 3,000 is per month. So for 1 year, it will be into 12 divided by the annual rate. Now you can divide it by 8% and get the result. You will get the same figure. All right. So this concept is known as perpetuity because we want to receive this amount in future continuously. Yes, Sanjay has given the answer. Zeva has also given the correct answer. Now the next one. There is one modification in the next question. Assuming that the discount rate is 7%. The discount rate is 7%. How much would you pay to receive rupees 50? How much you would pay to receive rupees 50 growing at 5% annually forever? Growing at 5% annually forever. So here there is one growth rate which is additional, because you think that 50 rupees will be too less. 50 रुपीस की वैल्यू आज तो है, बट हो सकता है फ्यूचर में उसकी वैल्यू हमें कम लगे. तो वी नीड दैट हर बार पैसा इंक्रीज होकर हमें मिले. अगर इस बार 50 रुपीस मिल रहा है तो नेक्स्ट टाइम 50 प्लस 5%, देन उसके नेक्स्ट टाइम उसमें भी 5% एड ऑन. तो वी वांट दैट the money that we receive should be received with the growth. So there will be slight variation in the formula. What is that variation? That variation is simply rate divided by I minus G. So the return divided by I minus G. So here the return is 50 rupees. Rate is 7% and growth rate is 5%. So let's divide and get the result. So we are getting 2,500. 2,500. All right. So this is perpetuity. So we have done with growth rate as well as without growth rate. Both variety we have covered. Kushdeep Kaur says, Sir, your teaching style is superb and mind-blowing. And now, today onwards, you are my one of the favorite teacher. Thank you so much. Okay, so 43rd is similar to the leasing kind of question. The only difference is that here, the cash flows are different in every year. Whereas in that leasing question, the cash flow was same every year. But here, the cash flows are different. So let us read this. Compute the net present value for a project with a net investment of rupees 1 lakh. So now here the investment is 1 lakh rupees and we have to calculate the net cash flows every year. So first year the cash flow is 55,000. For second year it is 80,000 and for third year it is 15,000. So we are having three cash flows. Further, the company's cost of capital is 10%. The cost of capital is 10%. Then we have to calculate the net present value. So the question has also given these factors. So we are not supposed to calculate all these. So just what needs to be done? We are paying 1 lakh rupees now. That is the cash outflow. But we are receiving 55,000 in first year, 80 in second year, and 15 in the third year. Now apply the present value. Since 1 lakh is going today, so we have to apply the present value as 1. Whereas for others, we can apply the given figures. And then let's multiply. After doing all the multiplication, we are getting the result. So how much is the result? It is 27,340. If this result is positive, if this result is positive, then it is favorable to us and we will accept the proposal. We will accept the proposal. If the result is negative, we will reject the proposal. It's simple. Okay. All right, guys. Now there is one last pattern, which is CAGR, compound annual growth rates. Compound annual growth rate, CAGR. Ms. Bhargavi says, can you please upload all the formulas and tricks? Yes, I will upload. No need to worry. So compound annual growth rate means like company is working from past 3-4 years, 5 years, and company is earning some revenues in some years. Now we want that how much the company is growing on an average every year. What is the growth rate of company? We need to calculate this on annual basis. This is known as CAGR, compound annual growth rate. Compound annual growth rate. So let us do this example. Suppose the revenue of a company for 4 years is like in first year, the company is having a revenue of 100. It can be 100 lakhs or crores, anything. In second year, 120, third year, 160, and fourth year, it is 210. And we are supposed to calculate the growth rate. So we have to see the change, how the company is changing. In first year, the company is moving from 100 to 120. Then from 120 to 160 and 160 to 210. So how much time we can compare? We are comparing here 3 times. So we have to use the time period as 3. So time will be taken as 3, like from 100 to 120, 120 to 160, and 160 to 210. This is the time. So how to calculate this compounded average annual growth rate? CAGR. So there is one simple formula. final value divided by initial value. Final value divided by initial value. And then put nth root. Nth root according to time. It can be 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or any n number of years. So now let us substitute the values. What is the final value? The final value is 210. The company is reaching till 210 divided by initial value. What is the initial value? It is 100. And then nth root. How much is the root? 3 years. So it is cube root. Now, how to calculate the cube root? We had discussed in the previous session. I think you might have done all these practice. So, and then at last you have to do minus 1. Minus 1. So by doing this, we will get the CAGR, compound annual growth rate. So let's do this. Root of 2.1. So we have to calculate the cube root of 2.1. So what is the formula for calculating the cube root? First step is type the number 2.1, the number 2.1, for which we have to calculate the root. Press root buttons for 12 times. Press root button for 12 times. Second step is subtract 1, do minus 1. Third step, divided it by 3. Since we have to do the cube root, so divide by 3. Fourth step is plus 1. And then fifth step is press multiply equal to. Multiply equal to. For how many times? 12 times. For 12 times. So these are the 5 steps. And after doing these 5 steps, you will get the result and then subtract 1. And then subtract 1. You will get your answer around 28%. You will get your answer around 28%. So in this manner, we can calculate CAGR, compounded annual growth rate. Final value divided by initial value and then nth root minus 1. Calculate the root, do minus 1 and you will get the rate. Yes, Zeva has given the answer around 28.059%. Correct. So now we have completed all the miscellaneous variety as well. So today we have done many topics: future value, present value, annuity regular, annuity due. Then we have done leasing, we have done bond valuation, perpetuity, and then NPV, net present value, and at last CAGR. So it is most important to revise all these topics today itself or by tomorrow morning. That is within 24 hours, you must revise all these topics so that you can remember this for the longer period. If you don't revise within 24 hours, then it will be difficult for you to remember in next coming days. All right. Okay. Akhil is asking, अगर power minus में है तो क्या हम उसे calculator पर calculate कर सकते हैं? Yes, of course, it is very much easy because you might have studied law of indices. If say the power is 1.5 and the power is minus 2, it simply means 1 divided by 1.5 to the power of 2. And now you can calculate this. 1 divided by 1.5 and press equal to for 2 times. You will get the answer. So whether it is power is negative or positive, you can arrange them first and then calculate the result. It is easy. Okay. Okay, Pranjal Jain is asking one doubt from previous session, question number 5, page number 4.20. Okay, let me check the question. 4.2. Okay, so question number 5, let me explain to you, Pranjal. Question says amount is 1000, time is 2 years, rate is 6% per annum, compound interest, payable half yearly, and then find the principal. So whenever it is half yearly, then what you have to do, change the rate and time. So time you will be multiplying with 2, so n will become your 4, 2 into 2, 4, and rate will be divided by 2, you have to take 3%. Just take this figure, apply the formula for compound interest and get the result. Priyanka is asking why 12 times? It is a fixed formula to calculate the root. That is why we have to use 12 times. Bhargav is asking scientific calculator. No, it is not allowed in examination. Ashvya says, how can we calculate 2 to the power of 1 by 7? You have to calculate 7th root of 2. 7th root of 2. So just in third step, divide by 7 instead of 3. You will get the result. Then let me check some more doubts, if any. I think almost all questions are solved. Then some of you are asking about the doubt in Telegram. You can simply search my name, CA Gaurav Chopra. You can even search on Google as well. You will get the thing. Okay. You can simply search CA Gaurav Chopra and you will get. All right. So I think we have covered each and everything and we have taken all your doubts as well. And I will upload the worksheet for all these things so that you can do the practice from there. All right. So no need to worry. I will be coming in more chapters. So we will be discussing some more chapters in coming days. Okay. So no need to worry. So that's all for today from my side. And we will be having some more session for the new chapters. So let's meet in the new chapter. And if you have any doubts, you can reach to us. Okay. No worries. So bye everyone. Take care and see you soon.